Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley. And for the next few days at this particular time slot here at Verbling, we're going to be looking at vocabulary related to health. And today, specifically, vocabulary to talk about illnesses and maybe a little bit injury, mostly illness. So join me and expand your vocabulary that has to do with sickness and talking about sickness. I hope you're all feeling healthy and well. Don't let that stop you from learning a new little English vocabulary with me today. Come on in and join me, and we'll get started. Where is everyone? Okay, is everyone out sick? Is everyone taking a sick day? Excuse me. Well, I hope you're all feeling healthy, and come on in and join me. We'll get started learning some vocabulary to talk about illness and health. We'll start off talking about how to say different ways of saying that you're not feeling well. I hope everyone is feeling well. Where is everyone in the class? Okay, well, come on in and join me. Don't be shy. We got plenty of material to start looking at here. So come on in, click that join button. Let's get going. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll be learning this vocabulary through a mix of different exercises, fill in the blank, little mix and match, and some discussion. We'll be talking about health and illness as well. So, okay. Hey, everyone, where are you? All right, I guess I'll begin teaching the class by myself. All right. Well, here we go. Okay. Great. Hello and welcome to the class, Jeremy.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. I am feeling well. Okay, Jeremy, we're gonna learn some vocabulary about how to talk about illness in English.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get started by doing a screen share and having you help me out with a little mix and match exercise here. So let's get started. Okay. Talking about, well, explaining that you don't feel well. All right. In this exercise, we're going to match the beginnings of the sentences, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the left with the pairs of endings on the right. There are more than one possible answer. For example, Jeremy, I'm what? What do you think?
I'm ill.
Yeah, I'm ill or I'm not very well. Okay, Jeremy, how do you feel today? Really?
Okay. Today I'm feel good.
Okay, today I am feeling good because you're using the verb to be, and you're using feel as a verb.
I'm feeling good.
Okay, there you go. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad. You're absolutely right. I am ill. I am not very well, or I am with an ing present participle, like I am feeling well. That's fine. Okay, how about Well, hang on a second. You've got a classmate here. Hello, Carlos.
Yes, hello, Otto.
Hello. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Carlos, I'm going to throw you right in. We're mixing and matching the beginning of a sentence with the end to talk about the fact that you're not feeling well. What matches number 2? I've got
A cold, the flu.
yes, I have got a cold or I've got the flu. Now, in English, it's quite possible to say I have a cold or I have the flu. It's no difference. The have got collocation, the two words together, have got, usually used for some particular circumstances, like to show ownership. I've got a pencil in my hand, or I've got short hair, or to show that you're not feeling well. So this is very common collocation, have with got. Not just I've got a cold or I've got a flu, I've got a sore back, I've got a twisted ankle, I've got laryngitis. So very common to use for various sicknesses or pains or what have you. Okay, Javier has joined us. Hello, Javier.
Hello, Oakley. How have you been?
I've been good. Good to see you, Javier. I've been on vacation, so I'm back and I'm feeling good.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Well, thank you. Good to see you again, though. It's my first class back, Javier. So help me out here. Number 3.
Sure.
What does number 3 collocate with?
Well, I don't feel very well. Letter D.
Okay, using the negatives. I don't feel very well. I don't feel too good. These are very common expressions. I don't feel too good. Often I don't feel too good, like when we suddenly feel like sick stomach or dizzy or something like that. I think both of these collocations would be common for when somebody suddenly doesn't feel well. Okay. All right. We've got another student in the class. Hello, Min. Welcome.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great.
How do you do, teacher?
I am doing okay. I'm doing great, actually. Real well, thank you. Okay, Min, how about number 4? What collocates with number 4? I feel
very good. Oh, I feel well.
Well, how about if you don't feel very well? You mix and match with one of these A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
What would collocate with the number 4? I feel.
I feel not very well. Yeah, right.
Not very well. Well, okay. It's possible. B, I feel ill. I feel not very well. Yes, that is possible. But there's another possibility as well. And that is A.
A.
Yeah, I feel terrible. I feel awful. I feel dreadful. Okay. I feel a bit under the weather. All right, that's a common idiom, very common expression to say that we're not feeling too well. By the way, I have to say it. This is also common if you're very, very sick or ill, or also if you're hungover, man. If you're really feeling bad because you've been partying too much. Have you ever been hungover, man?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. So, you might use one of these expressions. I feel terrible.
I feel terrible.
Here's another one for you. I feel like something the cat dragged in.
Yeah, teacher, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know how to pronunciation the dreadful or dreadful.
Okay. It's
The word
dreadful.
Dreadful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And here's one in the verbal, another idiomatic one for you guys. I feel like something the cat dragged in. Or we often say this to comment about somebody else. You look awful. You look terrible. You look dreadful. You look like something the cat dragged in. Okay, it's kind of a funny expression. Okay, we'll get to comment.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, I have a question too.
Sure.
Can I use the words very or too with terrible, awful, or dreadful?
I feel what very?
Yes, very or too. I feel too awful, or
Oh, okay. I see your question. That's a great question, actually. Okay, that's a very interesting question. Notice, okay, with D, I see you see this very well or too good. I don't feel too good. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. When we have more extreme adjectives, the tendency, this is not a rule, okay? It's not actually a rule, but it is a tendency. The tendency with a more extreme adjective is to use a more extreme adverb. So, for example, I feel exceptionally awful today. I feel excruciatingly dreadful today. I feel extremely terrible. Okay, so this is more common. Now, of course, if I was talking about I feel too awful to work today, okay, it would be very common to use too whatever, dreadful, awful, terrible, to do something else. All right, that would be very common. However, I feel too sick to go to work today. I mean, that would be quite normal, actually.
okay. I haven't heard that expression that you used before.
Okay.
For me, it's very common very or too.
Okay. Well, it's just again a tendency. It's not. It's definitely not a rule.
Okay.
I once had an employee when I was a manager. I had an employee. I just have to share this story with you guys. He called into work and he said, "Oakley, I can't come to work today. I just feel too damn good to go to work today. I feel exceptionally terrific. I just can't possibly work today."
Okay.
I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever heard, and I said, "Okay, that's great. Have a great day." I thought it was very funny. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully I answered your question, Carlos. Yes.
Thanks.
You said a phrase. I don't get it too well. I feel like something that the cat. I don't understand the cat.
Okay. I feel like something the cat dragged in. That's idiomatic. It's close to I feel a bit under the weather. You can't take it literally. It's an idiom. Okay. But it means you're not doing too well at all. It's long and short of it. It's kind of most native English speakers would find that kind of funny. You look like something the cat dragged in. Okay, we've got a couple other students have joined us, so I want to welcome Emra.
Hello.
Hi, Emra. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Nice to see you again. And Xingyu. Hi, Xingyu.
Hi, teacher. Long time no see.
Yeah, likewise. I'm on vacation.
Still excited.
Yeah, oh yeah. Couldn't be happier. Just thrilled. Yeah.
You are still energetic.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was having.
I'm busy.
I did have a great vacation. You'll be happy to know, I'm sure.
You are my old friend.
Yeah. Good to see you again as well.
Good to see you again.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay, we're gonna talk about something slightly depressing, however. Not really, but okay. Serious conditions. What? And you guys get to practice your pronunciation here too, by the way. Okay. All right. I would like you to say the condition and then this condition. This has something to do with what? Your stomach, your lungs, your head, your joints and bones. All right. Let's see how many of these more formal, definitely more formal words you guys know. Emra.
Yeah.
Throw you right in. Number 1.
Appendicitis.
Yeah, appendicitis.
Appendicitis. Your appendix. D.
D. Your appendix. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very good. By the way, often with these itises, all these itises actually are itis. They're all itis, not itis or any. Okay, so appendicitis. Emra, have you ever had appendicitis?
No.
No.
No. No.
That's good. Good for you. Me neither. I have no idea what that would be like. Thankfully. Okay. People are popping in and out. Let me go back to Carlos here. How about number 2, Carlos?
Yes, tonsillitis.
Very good. Good pronunciation. Okay.
Tonsils.
There we go. Tonsils. Now, okay, it's a long I in the word for the disease, tonsillitis, and it's a short I when you're describing your tonsils. Carlos, where are your tonsils? Do you have your tonsils? Do you know where your tonsils are?
Sorry, yes. Yes, I still have it.
You do?
Yes.
They took mine out when I was like 4 years old. I've had my tonsils removed because I had tonsillitis when I was like 4.
When you see too often of your tonsils, they usually remove it.
Yes, that's right. That's what happened to me. Exactly. Right, they're in your throat. They used to do it fairly regularly when I was young, but now it's much less that they do that. Right. You must be a younger man than myself, Carlos. I'm guessing. Good for you. Javier, how about number 3?
Hepatitis.
Okay. Hepatitis, right?
Okay, hepatitis.
And what does that have to do with?
Stomach, nose, head.
I think this is the hardest one.
No, the stomach, the A.
No. Hepatitis. Well,
it's the liver, no?
I was trying to think of how to give you a clue without making it totally obvious, but I can't really. If one thing, if you have hepatitis, they won't let you donate blood, for example. So anyway, but that gives it away, right? Hepatitis. Your skin turns yellow, your eyes turn a little yellow. It's something like in a kind of a problem with your blood. I'm not exactly sure, honestly.
I think that is inflammation of the liver.
Is it really?
What I know, I don't sure, but I have hepatitis about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
They told me that is liver inflammation.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, your liver is crucial in cleaning your blood, so that makes perfect sense, actually. Sure, that's logical. Okay. Okay. Carlos, how about number 4?
Asthma.
Good pronunciation as well.
Your lungs.
Yes, is a problem with your lungs. You find it difficult to breathe. Excellent pronunciation, by the way. It has the TH here, which is basically underpronounced or not even pronounced at all. Asthma. We don't really pronounce the TH. Asthma. we don't do that. This is actually very common where TH is between two other consonants. It's very common to reduce it or drop it in English pronunciation. Like even the word like months, NTHS, months, February, March, April, May. 3 months, see, gets dropped. This is quite common. Okay, but you're absolutely right. Asthma is definitely a problem with your lungs. Find it difficult to breathe with hard exercise or in a smoky room or very humid. My sister had a problem with very humid weather. She didn't smoke or anything like that, but she had a problem breathing when it's extremely humid. Javier, how about number 5?
Well, an ulcer, I don't know if it's a disease or it's an affection, but I think it's letter A, your stomach.
Yeah, stomach.
Stomach.
Yeah, CH here in stomach is a K sound. Tricky
Stomach.
CH.
Stomach.
Yeah, and ulcers in the stomach. It's I don't know if it's really I don't know, a disease, but your acid of your stomach starts to eat away at the walls of your stomach, I think. Have you ever had an ulcer, Javier?
Well, an ulcer, no, but I have gotten, or I have got, I don't know what's the word in English, gastroenteritis.
That's close.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if it's right what I said, but.
Yeah, well, you can have gastrointestinal disease, but that can mean you have diarrhea or upset stomach. Gastrointestinal problems. This has to do with your digestion. I'm not sure if that's what you mean.
I don't know if what is right or is heartburn.
Heartburn. Yeah, sometimes called acid reflux.
Yes, acid reflux.
Right, or heartburn. Okay, so you take a little baking soda for that?
No.
Baking soda? Yeah, baking soda. Oh, that's what my friend always does. He takes just a little bit of baking soda with water. Oh, you might want to try that. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm an English teacher. Please pay no attention to whatever advice I try to give you, okay?
Okay.
Never mind, okay? I'm just saying. All right, Carlos, how about number 6?
Sorry, my daughter is crying.
It's okay. I have 2 of those myself. Okay.
Arthritis.
Good.
Yes. And maybe your joints and bones.
Definitely. Of course, usually older folks get arthritis. They get stiff in the joints and bones. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope that never happens to me. But anyway, last one, migraine. Javier.
Migraine is, let's see, your head.
Yeah, your head, your brain, yeah, right. Migraines are a weird thing. I had a friend who got migraines from eating bacon. Yeah.
I have a question out of this topic, in this topic,
sure.
But I have seen that when you have a pain in your head,
yeah.
you can say headache, or
Absolutely.
it is in your stomach ache.
That's right.
This applies when it's a part of your body that is hurting.
Well, this is what we call a pain in the neck, because I'll tell you, headache, stomach ache, absolutely. Oh yes, and this is an extremely good question, actually. All right,
For example,
let me see if I can. Yeah.
If I have a pain in a finger, Can I say a finger ache or something like that? I don't know.
No, we don't. Usually, okay, I know there's no logical rule, Carlos, but basically the aches are you have a headache, stomach ache, backache, earache, of course heartache, but that's something completely different. That has to do with emotions, right? I think I might be missing one or two, and then anything else like your finger. You have a pain in your finger or a sore finger. I have a sore shoulder from throwing the baseball all day. I have a sore neck. I didn't sleep on it correctly. All right. Basically, everything else, I have a sore finger, you would say, if you went to the doctor, for example. Yeah, that's a very good question. Headache, stomach ache, earache. Sore throat, for example, very strong co-location. I have a sore throat. I have tonsillitis often. When we have tonsillitis, I have a sore throat.
Okay.
Okay. Now, more fun with disease. More mix and match. Okay. What are these diseases caused by? I think one or two may have more than one cause, but anyway. Javier. Whoops. Oh, yeah, you had the last one here. So, Carlos, number 8.
AIDS. Unprotected sex.
Is caused by unprotected sex. Yeah, amongst other possibilities.
Maybe blood transfers.
Blood transfusion. When we put blood from one person to another, we call that a transfusion. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe when people are in drugs, they
yeah, right.
can say with a contaminated needle.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Contaminated needles. That is exactly correct. That's right. Okay, very good. Perfect. Javier, how about the next one here?
Typhoid.
Yep.
Letter L, dirty water.
Indeed. Exactly. Do people get typhoid in your country?
No, but that's not common in my country.
Yeah.
To have dirty water.
Right. It's totally pretty much unknown in the United States, where I'm from. But now I live in the Philippines. Actually, typhoid is still around here. It's actually, yeah, it's kind of dangerous. Okay, now this one I know. The next one is everywhere. Carlos?
Heart disease. Maybe smoking.
Yeah. Also, there's another one.
Distress.
Yeah, right. The two big ones, I think.
A lot of causes.
What's that?
I think that heart diseases are consequence of a lot of causes.
A lot of causes, yeah, I agree. Also, poor eating habits. Multiple causes possible. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Lack of exercise. Yeah, there's a lot to that. Absolutely. Okay, Javier, number 11.
The skin cancer is caused by the sun.
Of course. Okay. Javier, when's the last time you got a skin burn?
Well, I think it wasn't so long. Probably about 3 or 4 months ago. But
really?
no, but yes, but it wasn't for being in the beach. It was for being working under the sun.
Right. Okay. Sometimes we say skin burn. I should say more often than not in English we say sunburn. Yeah, I managed to take a vacation mostly at the beach, and I got a little bit sunburn on my face, but really not bad. I usually get a terrible sunburn every time I go on vacation. Not this time. A little smarter this time. Carlos, number 12.
Malaria. Malaria. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce malaria.
That's correct. Malaria. That's right.
Malaria. It's caused by a mosquito bite.
Right. Very good. Do they have malaria in your country?
No, I never heard. I never heard about a case of malaria in Mexico. I have only listing of those cases of malaria in Africa.
Yeah. Here in the Philippines, we don't have malaria, or maybe they do in the far south of the country. Maybe I think they do, but they have something called dengue, which is also
in Mexico. In Mexico, it's very common. Dengue.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Because the humidity and the warm climate.
Yeah.
So, in some parts of Mexico rains a lot, so the water that's not flowing.
Right. Exactly.
Is where the mosquito puts their eggs. So.
Yeah. That's exactly correct. So yes, and you have a lot of problems with dengue. Yep, same here where I live in the Philippines. Same problem. Okay, and last one, Javier.
The lung cancer is caused by smoking.
Of course it is. Okay. By the way, Javier, I just picked up on this. I just noticed you said the lung cancer, the skin cancer. We normally don't say that. We don't use the. We just say skin cancer. This is actually a few weird things happen in English when you're talking about diseases. And that's one. We don't use the specific article the. We just say skin cancer is caused by the sun, lung cancer is caused by smoking, like that.
Okay, without the article. Okay.
Yeah, it's not necessary. Okay, we're gonna do something a little different here. I've got to shrink this a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Okay, hope you guys can still see this. Okay. All right, we're looking at causes and symptoms. Okay. All right, causes and symptoms. Match the symptom on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with the cause on the right. Okay, Carlos, number 1.
Yes, Oakley. I have a question before to continue.
Sure.
I know you said it before, but this word "gut," I have gut.
Yeah.
Another teacher told me, not here in Berlin, that I have got is normally used in British English. So I don't know if this is true. So.
Well, I'm American and I keep using it without thinking about it. So what does that tell you?
It's correct to use I have got a blister.
Sure. Absolutely. As I did mention earlier, it's grammatically correct to say just have with no gut or have gut, but it is common to use have gut with possessions, all right, as a possessive. I've got a new pair of pants, I've got a new car, I've got short hair. Or with also with diseases, illnesses, aches and pains, and symptoms and so forth. It's quite common. Yeah, and I don't think there's any American-British difference, frankly. I think it's totally optional. You know, maybe if you went from the East Coast to the West Coast to Southern United States, you might find tendencies to use it more often in one area than another. But I don't really think there's anything quantifiable. I wouldn't say that. I'm originally from the East. We say it all the time, so I think it's quite normal.
So it's also correct if I say I have a blister?
Yep, that's it. You got it.
But grammatically, it's better to say I have got a blister.
I don't really think it matters, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think it matters. I'm just saying it tends to be used in this situation. All right. I mean, it doesn't. I have short hair. I've got short hair. No one notices, really. Honestly, not a big deal. Okay, you're welcome. So that's the symptom.
I wore the wrong shoes to go high walking.
Yeah, I wore the wrong shoes to go hill walking. Now here is a British-American difference. Very few Americans would ever say hill walking. They'd say hiking. You're hiking if you're going for a long walk through an undeveloped area. It doesn't matter if it's a mountain, a hill, a swamp, a forest, whatever. It's hiking.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard Americans say hill walking. I guess because England has a lot of hills. Anyway. Okay, Javier, number 2.
I've got a headache. I think I've been working too much.
Could be. There's a lot of reasons to get a headache. It could be, sure. That's possible. See another possible reason here with C. Had too much to drink at dinner last night. I think that's quite possible as well. You might even say it must have been the takeaway last night. Okay. Possibly something you ate can give you a headache. As I said, I had a friend who would get migraines from eating bacon. Right. So, yeah, a lot of reasons to get a headache. All right. Carlos, number 3.
I have got a jet lag. I'm not quite sure about the meaning of jet lag.
Okay. What's that interesting sound, Carlos? Somebody playing the drums there? Okay.
Yeah, my daughter is playing the drums.
Oh, yeah, very nice. She's musical. That's great. Okay. Jet lag. Well, you can probably get it from the clue. Jet, obviously aircraft, and lag, to lag behind. Okay, if we're hiking and I'm lagging behind, I'm lagging. I'm way behind you, and I keep getting more and more behind you. So jet and behind.
It's like tired.
Yeah, you feel tired. You feel very tired because you're not in the right time zone. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I think that would be I think I've been working too much.
Well, probably you wouldn't say jet lag unless you actually took a flight. So, probably 18-hour flight, a 10-hour time difference. Yeah, that would do it. So, for example, where I live in the Philippines and New York City, it's 12 hours difference. So when I came here, or when I've traveled back to the United States, it's, you know, 3 in the afternoon feels like 3 in the morning to me. So I'm exhausted. I feel like my body feels like it should be sleeping, like that. Okay, Javier, how about number 4?
Well, number 4, I've got a bad back. It could be the letter A. I think I've been working too much.
Could be, depending, of course, on what kind of work you do.
Okay. I think also it could be our bed is too soft when need to get a firmer one. Okay.
Yeah, right. Have you ever had problems with your back because of a bed you had, or
Yes.
sleeping in a, yeah.
Yeah, I have gotten a bad back because of that.
Yeah, me too. Have you ever slept on a waterbed, Javier?
No, I have never slept in a waterbed.
They were popular for a while. Anyway, they're comfortable and I like them, but they always make my back hurt, for example. So I can't sleep on those. All right, Carlos, number 5.
I'm feeling really run down.
Yeah.
I had too much to drink.
Well, that could be. That's right.
Or maybe I think I've been working too much.
Yeah, right. Either one of those, and either one of those, I mentioned earlier, could be you have a headache. Right. This is a very common phrase. I feel really run down. It means tired, but not like tired both physically and mentally. If you're run down, you're exhausted in every possible way. Long term, not tired because you stayed up last night. You wouldn't say, "Oh, I stayed up until 3 in the morning. I'm feeling really run down." We don't use it that way. We use it that way when, for example, I've been working 80 hours a week for the last 4 weeks, and I haven't had a day off in 28 days. I'm feeling really run down. So long term exhaustion. Yeah. Okay, Javier, number 6.
I've got a splinter in my hand. I don't know what a splinter is.
Okay, it's a good one to know. Well, you'd know if you had one. Okay, when not a piece of whatever. It's often wood. It could be a piece of metal or even a piece of glass that goes under your skin.
Okay.
Like a toothpick, like a tiny sliver. A sliver. Okay, that's a good word to know. A sliver is a tiny piece of wood, very thin, very tiny, and somehow it gets under your skin. Hurts.
Okay.
And you need the tweezers to pull it out.
Okay, I know what it is now. Yes.
Yeah.
I've just been chopping some wood.
Sure, absolutely. Most likely. Of course, little tiny slivers of wood go flying when you're chopping wood.
Sliver and printer is the same thing, isn't it?
Sliver and a splinter are the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, they are. So you could say, "I've got a sliver. Help me pull out this sliver." Okay. Carlos, number 7.
My nose is blocked up. I always get high fever at this time of year.
Yeah, hay fever. I feel so grateful that I do not get hay fever. How about you, Carlos?
I'm not. I don't usually get sick too often, so.
Yeah. Hay fever. I've got a couple friends who get hay fever really bad every spring. When the trees pollinate, that yellow dust from the flowers and the trees, from the hay, gets in the air, and they have like a reaction to it. They're allergic to pollen. Yeah, that's it, an allergic reaction.
Maybe to some people is allergic to the dust.
Yeah, right. That's true as well. I used to have a hard.
I knew a friend allergic to dust.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always. Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yes. Well, you're in and out, but I got the gist.
I was telling that I had this friend and he was allergic to the exercise, and I think that is very convenient for him.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't catch that part. Okay.
Because he was very fast, and you sometimes, well, in this case me, I said to him, hey, you must do exercise or do some jogging or something like that to get a very shape, and they told me, no, I'm allergic to exercise. So.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Very convenient. That's funny. Okay. Right. Okay, Javier, last one here.
I've got diarrhea.
Uh-huh.
It must have been that takeaway last night.
Yeah, all right. Javier, have you ever gotten food poisoning?
Fortunately, no. I have never been have food poisoning.
Oh, consider yourself lucky.
Yes.
Completely not fun. Very not fun. About the unfunnest thing I can imagine. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. You're not going to go to work if you have food poisoning. In fact, you're not going to leave your bathroom. As we say in English, it comes out both ends. It's coming out both ends. You can imagine. Yeah, no fun at all. Okay. All right, now we're going to talk about advice. Again, I'm not a doctor, and I do not necessarily condone any advice in the lesson. So please don't sue me if something goes wrong. Okay, also, mix and match. Okay, so, all right, so we can mix it up a little. Javier, I'm going to have you go first. Okay, I've got a blister. What advice might you give to somebody who has a blister? Down here.
Okay, there's a special kind of splatter you can use on blister. I had one and it helped a lot.
Yeah, very good. Okay, now, Carlos, here's your American versus British thing again. A plaster, no American calls it a plaster. We all call it a Band-Aid. And Band-Aid is actually, realistically, it's actually a brand name of a sort of a type of bandage that's sold, but all Americans just call them Band-Aids. Or bandage. I guess the more general term is bandage, but Band-Aid is very common. All right, so there you go. Yes, there are special kinds of Band-Aids. Okay. Carlos, I've got a headache. What advice would you give me?
Oh, let me see. Maybe go straight to bed for a couple of hours, then get back to your normal sleeping pattern tonight.
Well, okay. Again, well, headache has many causes. It also has many cures, supposedly. Okay.
Take a pill, maybe.
Okay, maybe stick to orange juice in the future. Leave the vodka out of it. I don't know. Possibly. Yeah. Okay. Javier, how about I've got jet lag.
Jet lag. Oh. No, stick to orange juice in future.
Yeah. What? I don't know what that would do for jet lag. I think because jet lag, the main problem is your pattern is all messed up. Your sleeping pattern is the problem. So I think probably number 10 here, go straight to bed for a couple hours and get back to your normal sleeping pattern tonight. They have all kinds. I've seen all kinds of advice for eliminating jet lag. Has to do with days before you go on a plane trip and blah blah blah. But myself, I don't know. Not a big deal. Just kind of tired for one day. Not a big thing. Anyway, Carlos, number 4. I've got a bad back.
Bad back. Maybe have you tried an osteopath?
Yep.
Or a chiropractor?
Right. Osteopath or a chiropractor.
It is osteopath?
Yeah, osteopath, I think osteo has to do with bones. So I guess it's kind of a bone doctor. Chiropractors are those are the guys that twist you up like a pretzel.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are mean. So.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's their job. Inevitably, I suppose they make you feel better. So, right.
I used to saw this American series, 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah, right.
And Alan used to be a chiropractor. So.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Javier, I'm feeling really run down. What advice would you give someone who's feeling really run down? Javier, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm feeling run down. Why not take some time off and go somewhere warm? That's what you need.
That's right. Well, take a vacation, get some rest. That's it. That's it exactly. Okay. We've had someone else join the class. Keith. Whoa. Hi there. What's your name? Hello, hello. Keith or whatever. Well, what's your name? EFSP, new student. Okay. See you later. Come on back if you want to. All right, Carlos, back to you. I've got a splinter in my hand. What advice would you give me?
Maybe, let me see. Have you got a pair of tweezers?
All right, there you go. And see, Carlos, here you see have you got used with to show ownership, possession. Have you got a pair of tweezers? This is very common. Yeah, absolutely. You got to throw some alcohol on there, some kind of disinfectant, and pull it out. There's no other choice. That's it. Javier, number 7.
Well, my nose is blocked up.
Yeah, it's blocked up or stopped up. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was number 15.
That's disgusting.
No, it's number 13. Number 13.
Okay, funny. And here's another one of those American versus British. British use the term like a chemist, where you get drugs and medicines from the chemist, from a we Americans call it a drugstore, or the pharmacists. A pharmacist, a licensed pharmacist, has to sell you drugs in the United States, medicines.
Yes.
So yeah.
Sorry, Oakley.
Yes.
The connection went a little bit slow. What did you say about chemists?
Sure. Here's another British versus American thing. Americans don't use this, chemists. British go to the chemist to get medicines, drugs. Americans go to the drugstore or the pharmacy. Pharmacy, in particular.
Thank you.
Anyway, nasal sprays are those. That's an over-the-counter medicine. It's in the United States. You could buy that in the supermarket. You wouldn't need to go to the chemist. You don't need a prescription, in other words. Okay, and last one. If you've got diarrhea, what advice could you give, Carlos?
Go to the bathroom and stay with it for a couple of hours.
Don't leave the bathroom. Yeah, right.
Make sure there's a lot of paper on the bathroom.
Yeah, even more so. Right.
Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Otherwise, you get dehydrated. I don't know.
Dehydrated, lack of water in your body. Stay hydrated without the D, of course. Keep a lot of water in your body. This would be what the doctor would always tell you. Situation, for sure. Okay. Let's see if we got a couple minutes. Health problems. Okay. What can you do? What's the matter? All right, this is in the form of basically a conversation. So, Javier, if I said, "What's the matter?" you might say,
I think I ate my dinner too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I got indigestion.
Very good. I've got indigestion. All right, if you're not digesting your food very well. Okay, Carlos, if I said maybe we should take the boat, it's much cheaper than flying, you might reply, whoops.
Oh no, I'd rather not, because I feel dizzy.
Yeah, but why do you feel dizzy?
Because the boat is moving.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because you get seasick. That's called seasickness. Do you get seasick, Carlos?
Into a boat too.
Yeah.
I've been in a boat just a couple of times. So I get sick when I wear the boat.
Yeah. Well, in addition to seasick, which of course is for a boat, my daughters, they take turns, but they pretty much always get car sick when we go on a long trip. One or the other of them ends up getting car sick, and they're fine, and they're fine, and they're fine, and they're fine, and suddenly they get really quiet, and 5 minutes later they throw up in the car. So they get car sick. Some people get air sick. The feeling of motion makes them feel dizzy and queasy. All right, they feel queasy. Queasy is a good word. You get queasy when your stomach feels upset and your stomach doesn't feel right. Okay. Anyway, gentlemen, I think that's all I have time for today. We've run out of time, actually. A little bit of a late start, but in any case, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Thanks a lot, guys. Carlos, Javier, thanks for sticking it out with me today.
Thank you, Oakley.
And I'll see you a bit later. Take care. Have a great day. Bye,
Nice
guys.
haircut. Nice haircut.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Summer here now. Too hot to have hair. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.